Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel. New Moon and Gemini. I hope you're ready for this duality and the power of recovery and rebuild with this new moon energy and focus and duality. Now, this new moon will come in on Eastern Standard Time at 1:39 p.m. on Friday, the 22nd. Check your local listing of the official time that the new moon, which is considered the dark moon, coming in. Now, this new moon, you should notice that there are so many number twos. The 22, 2020. There's so many tools. So, and the fact that Gemini is all about duality and to aim for two sides to every story. What to believe, what we set our intentions, and when we set our intentions with this new moon over the 6 months, over this coming 6 months, you set your intentions and it will be based on what the information you choose to take in and hold on to. It's very important. Okay. So the Gemini is an air sign and it has two sides. Always on the hunt. Gemini is always on the hunt to know more, but lack sometimes in discernment. So when it comes to sifting information with this dual side to things, it can be great with facts through empathy and balance and rationality. However, you want to always, this is very practical with this new moon and duality Gemini, you want to practice balance and not to move too fast in decision making and make good decisions. Okay? So with Mercury is the ruler of this new moon and the position into the rulership of Gemini. All right, so there are four planets that are Gemini, that's in Gemini. Okay, so in saying that, let me tell you the four. We've got the sun, we've got the moon, we've got Mercury, and we've got Venus. But we have Venus in retrograde. Okay, so take heed, please. Take heed, please. That is ultra important to avoid big decisions and making or having a strong opinion on anything until the mist, the fog clears up. All right, so making big decisions, you want to wait some time after this new moon. And as we've been talking about this past week and on the live chat on Monday, and the divine guidance all week has been talking about Venus in retrograde, one of our important planets till June the 3rd, and it's very important to be selective on the choices that you make. So when you come out of the fog of being involved, even with Venus being in retrograde, you don't want to make purchases that you will regret. Okay, so you want to make sure to wait. Now the new moon represents the end of a cycle, right, and a beginning of another, and it is the best time to let go of anything holding you back so that you can attract blessings or the things that you desire. So when the moon is new, this reminds us to persevere towards goals, but persevere towards goals and your intentions very quietly, not in a boastful manner, but in a quiet manner, so that it's all about you and focusing on what your desires are. And spirit has our backs. You know, the divine, the source, spirit guides has our backs, and good things will come to those who are patient and determined with this particular new moon in Gemini. This is a time to plan and work for what we want, not to boast, as we say, quietly, and we can still expect an abundance at this time when we refresh our perspectives and commit to positivity. We begin to manifest our desires immediately. However, with saying that, with this important new moon in Gemini, you want to make sure that you know that Saturn is also in play in retrograde. So Saturn will have us to define things very detailed and also have us to even our attentions to be moving in a patient manner, because Saturn does that. He looks through everything detailed. So the side note before I get into the intentions that we're going to be setting, Our new moon altar visual, we're working with Goddess Artemis, the protection. And with this energy that is coming with the new moon, and we're working with Goddess Artemis, and we're working with one of our deities, which is Ganesh, which is for removal of obstacles for abundance, happiness, and good health. So that's our altar visual that we're having. You can check the link down below. Those are two of the deities, goddess, and godheads that we'll be using to bring forth our recovery and our rebuilding. So we do have limited numbers for that, and it's $13.13. Check the link down below. Now, the intentions we will set are in two areas. Okay, the two areas are rebuilding for 6 months coming in. So when we set our intentions, it's planting seed, planting in a root into the ground, and coming up out of the ground over a period of 6 months. So you will see the things that you set with the new moon, your intentions, come to fruition over the 6 months. It's not about speed. Sometimes it does come with speed. Sometimes because you may have been planting it all along. In some cases, it's within the 6 months. But in this case, because we're working with a particular energy of Saturn having an influence in retrograde, you do have to really establish in yourself a good portion of patience, which we've been talking about all week long in our divine guidance reading throughout the week. A big bag of patience. So you're going to need to have this with the intentions that you're setting as well. So we're rebuilding for the next 6 months, and so one of our intentions is going to focus on rebuilding. And here's a couple of suggested areas. You can do getting back to work, making progress with longer term goals. Whatever you need to rebuild, look into that and write that as one of your intentions. The second intention focus will be recovery of goals. So you can be getting back on track, whatever has took you off of track. For example, a job freeze, shutdowns, or any area that's been on pause in your life. Keep in mind that progress will progress, but Saturn gives perseverance. All right, so let me repeat that again. Keep in mind, progress will be progress, but Saturn gives perseverance. You must be willing and focus in your energy to what? Persevere. Progress, persevere. And that is a gift, a fruit of the spirit of perseverance, so that way you learn a big dose of patience. Okay, so in saying that, this is our Joss paper. We do sell it on our website. That is considered money in the astral plane. If you don't have Joss paper, you can use parchment paper or brown paper. Okay, so we write our release here, our intentions on here. We date it, write out everything, and we sign and date it. Okay, now when we are doing this with this new moon, since we are releasing our intentions, what we want to do with this new moon, since we're releasing it, you want to roll it away. So we're going to roll it away. Okay, we're rolling away. You want to go outside and do this and burn it. Okay, so we're going to burn it, and we're releasing it into the ethers, and our spirit guides, spirit guides, the divine source, the goddesses and God of this energy will take our intentions and take it out to be worked on our behalf. That's why it's good that we working with the unseen. You may even ask, can you do this with your ancestors? In this particular case, I'm going to suggest that you work with the energy of new moon, the Gemini energy, and all of the things that we've been talking about thus far. Okay, that's my suggestion. But again, this is your practice, so you can summons your ancestors for this. But my preference is to follow this guideline. But again, you can try it. There's no reason not to try it. But this is the way I said. Okay, you know the Joss paper burns very quickly. So we're done with that. We take it outside. What moon are we working with? Masculine energy or feminine energy? We are working with feminine energy. So we're working with new moon energy. And what time of day is that? Nighttime. You now work with the daytime energy, with setting your energy with the new moon. It is nighttime energy. Okay. So now, as we move forward, we're going to be working with a blue candle for Gemini. I'm working with more of a sky blue, but you can use a dark blue if you have access to it, or this color blue if you like. Make sure that you dress your candle properly. We do have a video on how do you dress your candles, okay? So the reason why I selected blue for Gemini is that we're going to be burning it over the course of days. You can use this visual candle if you like, or you can use a shorter candle, whatever you may have. However, we'll be burning it over the 3-day plus cycle of the new moon, which is considered the dark moon. I selected blue for greater communication with spirit. That's why I selected it as the primary color for Gemini, because we want to be connecting and communicating with spirit. Okay, and it's going to give you more of a power surge in that area. The colors do represent the zodiac sign, and blue is pushing more of a communication with spirit. Okay, so in saying that, you're going to burn your candle. You're going to start it with your bath, and I'll talk about the bath, but you're going to do it with your bath. So before you start your bath or any of those things, and you know you've already set your intentions, you've gone outdoors and you did everything, and you've burned it, okay? Before you start doing your bath or any sort, you always want to smudge your aura and smudge your surroundings. So you're going to take the time as well with smudging. I'm suggesting that you take time with your journal and a pen and write what else may come to mind before you are working with the new moon energy. Okay, so and let me clarify, because I know I'll get a question on that. You know, if you did your new moon, you're burning, that type of thing, correct? Yes. All right. Before you get into doing your smudging, take a little bit more downtime, get your journal out, and just sit in silence. Maybe drink some water or some tea, or just relax a little bit, and let whatever may come to your mind, let it flow through, and see what may come through to you, your thoughts, to support how you feel about this new beginning in your life. So whatever comes to your mind, go on and write in your journal. You can write it in your grimoire and let it flow. All right. Sometimes a song may pop in your head, and that may be your theme song for this new beginning of this new moon. Some may be a lot of thoughts in your life that you want to add to this new beginning of life, because new moon is a new beginning and a new opportunity, right? So take a little more downtime in your journaling. Once you do that, then what you want to go on and do is smudge your aura. Now, once you smudge your aura, you want to smudge it with your choice. Okay, so your smudging can be with your sage. It could be with Palo Santo. It could be with a spray of sage if you have allergies. Whatever it is that you like to smudge with. I will be using lavender with blue sage as my smudging during this process of the new moon. You select what works for you. Always know that this is your practice, all right? However, once you do smudge your aura and your surrounding areas, you always want to take an incense and raise the vibration back up. So you can use Nam Champa, frankincense, and myrrh. Dragon's blood is a great, wonderful incense to burn with this new moon, since there's a lot of planets in play to bring your intentions and for protection as well. All right. But once you smudge yourself and you smudge your area, everything in your home, your vehicles, or wherever you live in the area, smudge it, clean it. You want to recite this particular mantra. I cleanse my aura with the power of love and light that dwells inside of me. I cleanse my aura of all that keeps me from accessing my true self. I release and let it all go. I release and let it all go. I am whole now. I am complete, I am me, and so it shall be. So that's what you're going to say once you cleanse your aura. Okay, I'll repeat it again. All right, I excuse me. I cleanse my aura with the power of love and light that dwells inside of me. I cleanse my aura of all that keeps me from accessing my true self. I release and let it all go. I release and let it all go. I am whole now. I am complete. I am me, and so it shall be. All right. So that is your mantra for your smudging your aura and smudging your surroundings. Your aura is the energy that precedes you before your physical form. That is pretty much like your light. It's more like a force field that represents you. And you have to clean it throughout between the cycles, lunar cycles, so that way you're not carrying old stuff that needs to be cleaned off of your force field. That's pretty much what I like to call the aura. It's your force field. Okay. So when you get into now doing your spiritual bath, you want to prepare your spiritual bath. Now you're always going to shower first, do a deep cleanse with soap and water with your shower. Okay. And then once you do that, you want to prepare your bath. The bath is very important, again, to power surge your life force, which is part of your physical form, and your pretty much your force field as well. So you're cleaning that. Okay. So in your spiritual bath, you want to take notes. You can also hear closed caption it to get what you need, but you want to have the following. All right. You want to have, I'm suggesting to add flowers. You can add, I'm using roses, and that's what I'm suggesting for everyone. You can use dried roses. You can get that at any botanica farmer's market that's in your area. It comes in a little bag. You can get dried roses, or you can use fresh petal roses. I'll be using fresh petal roses. I'm utilizing my fresh petal roses from Mother's Day. My roses are still very blooming, so that I got for Mother's Day, I'll be using that. If you don't have that, go on and get the dried roses from your local market, okay, or fresh petals. You can get it at the store. You want to put at least 1 cup of that in your bath water. You want to use 2 cups of sea salt. 2 cups of sea salt. Not this round of Epsom salt, but 2 cups of sea salt. All right. Why, Ranita? Because we're moving towards summer. We're at the edge of spring, but we're moving towards the summer equinox in June. So I'm going on and having you use sea salt right now. Okay, so 2 cups of sea salt. You can also, you'll add all of those that are practitioners here. You already know what you should have. You should have these things. If you don't, go get it. So we're going to have lavender essential oils, 10 drops. Okay, so you're going to put lavender essential oils, 10 drops. Okay, that's what you're going to add to your bath. That bath water should be super duper steaming hot. All right, almost when you put your toe in, you're like, yee. Okay, you should do that. If you don't have access to a bathtub, you can put all of this in a bucket and push it all over you. All right, because some people do not have tubs, which is great. It's fine. We know how to improvise. We use a bucket. Okay. Now, also, let me not forget, you want to add a little bit of fresh lemon zest. All right, you can put a little bit of fresh lemon zest in your bath. You just scrape it off the lemon, and you can add a little bit, squeezing the juice into the water as well. Why, Ranita? Because it's going to cleanse your root chakra. We want to focus on cleaning your root chakra, and it also will help your solar plexus and your solar chakra as well. Those that are on Patreon, that is in the Today is Sacred, Today is Sacred 2020 mini spirit school. I did post a solar chakra smoothie that is there. You need to incorporate that smoothie. That's why it is there during this new moon cycle. All right. So you'll be cleansing your solar plexus with the solar plex chakra smoothie that is listed in our class work there. All right. Join us there. You will have a lot of information to use if you like to join Patreon. Okay, you want to get in the bath as hot as possible. Okay. Now, once you get into that bath, you want to push all the water on you. Make sure that it's really, really hot. 1 second. Making sure that is very, very hot. Stay there for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right. Make sure you pour it all over your body and your head. You can also bring your candle that is lit in there as well. Make it very soothing. I do suggest that you can add a little bit of soft music since we are going into the summer equinox coming into June. The music that I would suggest to add in this bath will be soft spa music with a little bit of cricket sound. Why? Because that means that the crickets like to speak and they bring in abundance. All right. Crickets do a lot. So you can cut that music from iTunes or YouTube or whatever way access music that you would like. Put that in your bath. Use that music while you're in the bath. It will help bring about different changes as well. So try that. All right. Also, you want to have a white towel available. Once you get out of get out of the tub, you want to dry off naturally. All right. And that's left on you, use a white towel. Use a white towel. Okay. And dry off from that. When you're done, if you have access, but it's not a mandate. If you have a some white t-shirt or white nightgown or white shorts or shirt, go on and put on all white and go to bed. Do this bath at night, okay? And then put on white. That means you're nice and clean and you're full of peace, and get into bed. If you don't have access to that, it is okay. It's not a mandate. But you will see a difference if you do that. All right? Continue to allow your candle to burn safely in a safe place on your altar or sacred space, on your nightstand or wherever you may have it. Let it continue to burn in a safe way. If you cannot keep it burning, you know how to snuff it out. Do not blow it out, and then come back and light it again. Let it burn all the way out because it's representing what? The new moon. Okay, so we have once you come out of the tub, let me give you your mantra. All right, we have a mantra. Once you get out the tub, this is what you're going to say. All right. Thank you, universe. Thank you to the universe, to creator, divine, and angels, opening me to my highest truth on this night. Allow me to see what is truly in my heart. Give me the strength to find my way through the dark. Comfort and support me as I make my journey. Take any burdens I no longer wish to carry them. I ask you this, my creative energy. I ask for my creative energy. I ask for me to work in my creative energy and my creative potential. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me give this mantra again. Thank you, the divine source, the angel spirit guides. Open me to my highest truth on this night. Allow me to see what is truly in my heart and give me the strength to find my way through the dark. Comfort and support me as I make my journey. Take any burdens I no longer wish to carry them, and allow my creative potential, my creative energy to come through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that is our mantra as we get out of our tub. You can continue to use this mantra during this cycle of 3 days with this new moon as you choose to do. All right, I hope that you work this this wonderful new moon recovery and rebuild ritual and intentions. Don't sit on it, don't procrastinate, and don't be late. Time is of the essence. This is a new beginning, a new way, a new opportunity. This new moon brings about that new beginning, a new choice, a newness in our lives, recovery and rebuilding. Take advantage of it. Don't procrastinate. Don't be late. Go on and move forward and do the work. All right. Also, too, we are offering our altar visual that I shared as well, so you're more than likely to join that. Limited numbers are there. Okay. Have a wonderful new moon in Gemini. Enjoy your bath. Enjoy doing your intentions and much, much more. And have a wonderful time doing it. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the video. See you next time. Bye-bye.